Well, if we are talking about the flood in the Bible, the days of Noah, I don't believe it and I will not accept it. The reason being, here are a few things you need to think about. I'm going to take you to Numbers 23, verse 19 in the Bible. Hear what it have to say about God.
Numbers 23 verse 19, God is not human that he should lie, not a human being that he should change his mind. Does he speak and then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill?
That is clearly saying God does not lie, he does not change his mind, and if he said he's going to do something, he'd do it. According to the Bible, before the flood with Noah, here is what the Bible said God have to say about what he was about to do.
Genesis 6 verse 7. So the Lord said, I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground. For I regret that I have made them.
Now, let's look back at Numbers 23 verse 19. Remember, he said, according to Numbers, God does not change his mind. He does not lie, and he do what he said he's going to do. That would mean whatever he just said just now, he is going to do it. He's not going to change his mind. Everybody, everything gone. If you realize what happened here, in Genesis 6, verse 18, God saved 8 people. Noah, Noah's family. He also saved unclean animals too. Now, think about this. One of my reasons why I don't believe this. God decided to save unclean animals also. And he couldn't save babies. He had to let those babies drown, suffer, and die because they wouldn't listen to Noah's preaching. Okay then, here's my question. How was Noah preaching goes out to the entire world? There was no internet. Most likely he would have to scream on top of his lungs loud for people to hear him, like hundreds of meters away, or you'd have to travel from places to places. You'd need a chopper, a jet, or television broadcast to reach the people. There was no such thing in those days. And we're not talking about a country or a state, we're talking about the entire world. One man preaching to the entire world without internet. Really. You know how big this world is? And the world was flooded out. The whole entire world was flooded out. Because one man preached and nobody listened. Nobody. 8 people was saved. Nobody else, with all his preaching for years, not one. Imagine that. If God saved Noah, Noah's family, and the animals, that would simply mean he changes his mind. Because in Genesis 6 verse 7, he said he would destroy everybody and everything. That did not happen. So I don't have to go to college for this. I know this. That is somebody who changes their mind. But Numbers 23:19 said he does not do that. And if Numbers, I repeat, 23:19 is right, that means the flood never happened. If the flood happened, he saved 8 people and the animals. That's what he said he wouldn't do. And if he turn around and do it, that means he changes his mind. Bottom line. The other thing that you have to look at, he's a merciful, loving, compassionate God. The babies were innocent. No matter how you look at it, they were innocent. They were wiped away. And you and I know there's no way everybody have heard the preaching of Noah. Never happened. Impossible. The whole thing is telling us that this never happened. Almost, or I could say not almost, it's impossible for the whole world to be flooded out. And it is impossible for one man to preach to the whole entire world. Plus, you have to build a ship. That's what I call it, a ship. To contain all these animals, plus family and what they have to eat. And at the same time, he was preaching. And if he preached the whole entire world and nobody, not even one, listen or obey what he was saying, same as if he wasn't a good preacher either. Not one person except for his family. Think about it. Really. I truly believe the flood did not happen, because if the flood happened, he changes his mind, not destroying everybody by saving people and animals. And if he does that, that means he changes his mind. Numbers again, 23:19. God does not change his mind. If the flood happened, he changed his mind. So the flood did not happen. I rest my case. Prove me wrong.